Meeple Marathon. Today we're going to be showing you how to rebox Tainted Grail Kings of Ruin. For the most part, everything is where it should be already, but unpacking it is really where you want to pay attention here. So let's first of all point out that the way I have it right now, the lid fits on just fine. You'll see that I have the deluxe journal in here as well as the deluxe resources. They actually fit together really nicely in there. The one thing I don't have is this secret envelope. Now, you could put it in there. It's going to give you a little bit of lid lift, but not much. For me, I generally keep these things out. I don't see the point in always pulling them out and setting them off to the side when I can't, I'm not supposed to open them until I've, finished the campaign or something like that. But so I have chosen to leave that off to the side, but it does fit. It'll lift up the lid a little bit, but not much. All right, so we have all of our paper components here. These are all the one size. So, the various expansions and the maps, the letters are the same size as your little journal here. And then our large save sheets. Also, I am able to keep in here the stretch goals exploration journal. I am not sure, I haven't checked yet whether or not this content is in here. If so, I'm going to store this away with the other one. I obviously don't need both copies of an exploration journal, so the standard one is just going to be tucked away somewhere. But for now, this one can live in there just fine. You can see now that on top of the provided inserts, the deluxe exploration journal and the deluxe resources fit perfectly side by side. So if you're gonna get one, possibly go get the other, because if you just have the deluxe journal, you're not going to be able to fit anything over here. It's going to be kind of dead space. I guess if you just had the deluxe resources, you could pack all your other stuff here and have plenty of room. But have no fear. Well, you got to get the other journal in there somewhere. So anyways, there we go. All right, so this is the first tray. Just a quick warning about this one. This side right here is exceptionally heavy compared to this side. So if you're reaching in to grab it, first of all, I found that it's easier to go ahead and take the lid off while it's in the box. But then after that, you either want to pull these out ahead of time, or make sure you lift from this side, because just the weight balance is not there. I guess I could have put these over here, but this section is actually slightly smaller than this section, and they just fit perfectly over here. But you could always swap them. Essentially everything we're going to get for the game, unless they release an expansion in the future, is here in this box. So you'll notice I was able to get my campsite right here, along with my standees, and then all of my basic tokens. Again, these are not going to be used nearly as much because I have these underneath here, and these are, in case you haven't figured it out yet, these are the your little upgrade tiles for all of the characters there. Right here I have all of the standees for the game, plus the big health tracker that sits on top. They all sit in this little well. You'll notice there's a little cutout right here. That is for these, if they just happen to be removed from their board, or if you ever end up with ones that you're going to replace these with. So that's what this little cutout is for. I decided to put my dice here. These are the things, the time tokens, my health trackers, which I think I was shorted one. Not that big of a deal. I've still been looking around to make sure I didn't drop one, but I think I only got 3. And then this fancy thing obviously is in its slot. But there is that. Obviously the miniatures all go where they go. Here is the 4 main characters, and then they each have a weird form, your waypoints, your black goat, and then the 3 kind of expansion encounter characters there. Alright, so let's move this out of the way. And then we have the big insert in the bottom. Again, I think it's much easier to go ahead and pull this out. Not that you're ever going to be pulling this whole big thing out of the bottom, but this piece right here does pop out. So in this one, I have got my secret deck right here, my small secret deck, and then my encounter cards. Also, once I get going, you know, active secrets, active encounter decks, active guardians, all those are going to be stored in here. I've even got these extra wells over here. This is my open and play deck, which I have not cracked open yet because we haven't started that one. I didn't want them to get mixed up. And then these are the camp cards. So if and when I decide to start playing my camping thing, we're good to go. There is a small section for the large map style cards. For now, I have this modular expansion component, Places from Beyond, that I have stuck in there because there's only so much room right there. But yeah, just wanted everybody to note that this could be pulled out there. Okay. Obviously, the miniatures have their places. Now, this whole big section here, 90% of this is your secret deck. So, word to the wise, don't do what I did and start, you know, trying to organize these right off the bat. Your secret deck, and I'm just going to pull out a couple here. You can see that it's all sorts of different cards, but then there is here where it says secret deck. Unfortunately, the way they produce the game, there's going to be several different packs of cards that are all sealed together. But what you want to pay attention to, and I'm not going to show anything, is the little number here in the corner. So if you can see that right there, boop, 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 boop. Everywhere that there's a number in the upper left corner, that goes into your secret pile, and it's going to be a mixture of all the card types in the game. So there will be more of, you know, more encounters added to the game, more combat and diplomacy cards added to the game, but they're all hidden away in this secret deck. There's two dividers, one for 0 or 100 to 199, and then 200 plus. The only other things I have here are my status cards, my random events. This is like the weather for the day, and then all of my story decks. So this is the main, you know, these are the chapters. This is the campaign right here. This is what you go through. Now, unfortunately, I don't know if this is a, you know, manufacturing thing or a Poland thing, but for me, all the cards were backwards. As far as these story events were concerned, I ended up making it so here is chapter 1 setup in the front, and here is chapter 1 part 1 in the back. I literally went through and, you know, just took a card, laid it down, and laid the next one down over top of it, because to me it seems kind of backwards, the way they have it set up. So if you know, you know, I guess I could say so. You could see that there is a decent amount of space still left. You could certainly sleeve a good portion of these. I don't know if sleeving all of them will fit in here. But last but not least is right here, we have our combat and diplomacy decks for each of our characters. So for right now, I have... so for example, this is Osbert here. Osbert's diplomacy and combat decks A, and then behind his little advancement pool thing, I have all his Bs. But they both fit in here. I plan to sleeve these, so I probably won't be able to get both the A and the B in there. But you'll notice that there is 2 other slots behind each character's main deck here. So there's a slot for if they have acquired items, the thin cards like that, and there's a slot for, I shouldn't have put it away, your upgrade tiles. As you have achieved them, those will fit right there. It's a little loose when there's only one of them, but this is essentially your save area. This is where you can put in, you know, just the cards that you're currently using for Osbert, his items, his upgrade tiles, and keep them separate so you don't have to write them down or remember where they are. So Really nicely done over here. And then this is all the rest of the small cards, all the items, essentially. Consumables, and then items A, B, C, D, E, and F. So there we go. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Again, the biggest thing is, as you start to unwrap them, pay attention to any cards with a number in the upper left corner. Those are going to go into the secret deck. They should arrive in the proper order, and you're going to have to put them kind of face out because that's where the number is. Only looking at the back of the card, you're never going to see a number, and you'll get lost. So, but they're cover cards and things like that. I don't think too much is going to be given away. The story events are what, again, were face out, but in the wrong order, in my opinion, and I had to flip over. Encounters are pretty self-explanatory, and they're going to get mixed up anyways. So that's it. Yeah. Again, hope this was helpful, especially for anybody unpacking the game at this point. I know that the English pledges are currently underway. So yeah, hopefully you get yours soon and you enjoy the game. Once again, thanks for watching. Have a great day.